Okay, I'm going to read this post Gypsy just put up on YouTube. All right. I was honored to be a guest on Nobody Should Believe Me podcast with Andrea Dunlop, where we talked about clearing up some of the misunderstandings and misreputations around Munchausen by proxy. Now, Gypsy, how would you know that? Your mom didn't have that. And how Hollywood portrays often miss the reality of what survivors actually experience. You are not a survivor, though. Sharing my story so publicly hasn't always been easy, but this conversation gave space for nuisance, facts, and empathy. Not nuisance, I'm sorry. If you want a deeper, more accurate understanding of what a form of abuse really looks like beyond dramatized versions, this episode is important to listen to. Andrea is an author, journalist, and one of the leading voices bringing awareness to the issue. Through decades of research, advocacy, and direct communication with survivors' families, she helped build a more informed, compassionate dialogue around medical child abuse, and she founded Munchausen Support to provide. But you didn't have medical child abuse. Those surgeries you needed, though. Okay, and was founded. Okay, she founded the Munchausen Support to provide education and resources to others. This conversation was grounded in real research, real survivors' experiences. Andrea Dunlop has spent years studying and advocating around Munchausen by proxy, medical child abuse, working alongside survivors, and recognized experts in the field. When it comes to something this complex, facts come from research, clinical experiences, and listening to those who have lived it, not from bias or narratives. I'm grateful to have the chance to speak in a space focused on truth, context, and awareness. Okay, hold on a minute. All right, here is Nobody Should Believe Me podcast. Okay, she started her channel here on April 19th, 2024. And here we go. Here's all her videos. Let's see the most popular one. Who is it? Sisters. Okay. Now. Okay, I know nothing about the lady or anything, but there is a thing on Reddit called True Crime Podcast where people talk about podcasters, and there's a bunch of stuff about her. This is all about her and her podcast. And I want to say I'm not hating on the girl. I don't know the girl or anything, so I went and looked on her website who she is, and who she is a writer. She's a author, and she wrote books about it. Her sister allegedly was investigated. Well, it says investigated for it decades ago, and so she became a writer. So she writes books. That's what she does. And she goes to seminars and stuff like that and interviews a bunch of people. And that's who she is. So there's that.